Ayo friendos, today my pretty grunge palette from Huda Beauty has arrived and I can't wait to get into it with you guys. There will be swatches, there will be a look, and there will be plenty of opinions to go around. And if you are here for it all, please do me a favor, go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe, and friendos, just stay tuned. Okay guys, this color story is not what I think of when I think of grunge. I think of more greens. I kind of wish there were some greens in here. However, what I will say, I feel like this color story is very pretty for the upcoming holiday season. So let's head to Sephora and find out what this palette is all about. This is a smoky, cool tone palette of wearable and versatile shades, including a black eye gloss. Where's the black eye gloss in here? I thought we were gonna be rid of that Vaseline eye gloss shade. Okay, and sparkling blacks and silvers with finishes that range from matte nudes to multi-chromatic foils. This 18-well eyeshadow palette is packed with ultra pigmented shades and innovative textures. All you need to create an everyday look, a grunge vibe, or a sultry siren eyes with minimal fallout. Define your lower lash lines with metallics or use black gloss to create the ultimate grunge eye. So let's put it to the test. Polywog, I think this one right here, I think this is going to be our gloss. So I don't necessarily think that that's going to be like the Vaseline shades that we both kind of hate. Have you guys tried this out? Do you know? I didn't get sent this in PR because I'm not popular, but let's find out. So let's start out our look today by diving into the shade Liberty. This one looks kind of like a peachy pink. Oh, it says that it's not going to be fallout, but this is dusty looking. That's okay. As long as it doesn't fall out on my eyes, it's fine. I found the same thing to be true of the Patrick Ta palette that came out this year. It was very dusty, but I wasn't really getting fallout on my eyes. Once it sat down, it was happy. It sat down, it was content, it didn't get back up. Kind of like my Aunt Margaret after 3 shots. Julian! So this is very nice. It is very pigmented and I'm not seeing any fallout. So guys, tell me, what are your plans for Thanksgiving for us around here? This year we're going to do something different. We're actually going to have alpaca at home. So we're going to make our own rotisserie chicken, some yuca fries. We're going to cook up some plantains. 2-hour yuca fries. Wait. It takes 2 hours? Don't you think you should have told me this before I went out and bought the yuca? Okay, next I want to dive into Beauty Chaos. So this one's a little bit more cool toned. It's kind of a purple lavender gray color, but lightly pastel. This is one that will fool you, friendos. It's actually coming off a lot darker than how it looks in the pan. And can I just tell you guys, it feels so good to be in front of the camera and actually getting to sit down, do a look, and do my makeup. I have been sick for so long. And I know I asked you guys about an ASMR video. It's coming. I'm still going to do it because I did ask you guys about it and I want to hold up to that. So I will be doing it. It'll probably be my one and only ASMR video. Everyone's so polarized about ASMR. To be honest, I kind of get it. There's a certain type of ASMR that I'm cool with. So if it's something akin to what ASMR Twix does, then I think that that's fun to watch and it is relaxing. But you know the ones where like people pretend to like touch you and I don't know, like it gets kind of weird, like that whole creepy vibe. I know a lot of people love it. So if you love it, keep on loving it. But I don't know, the vibe where someone takes a makeup brush and like is acting like they're putting it on you. I don't like that. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. I don't know why. I think it's where I just don't like people touching me in general. So we're going in with the, it looks like it's black in the pan, shade Renegade. It's either that or the darkest plum I've ever seen. I'm not switching my brushes out for this one. Y'all, I'm definitely impressed by this black. I'm not getting any fallout so far. And it is ultra pigmented. Impressive. And in an upcoming video, you guys, I'm going to do a little bit of a life update. I kind of want to discuss the direction of my channel. I want to be real honest with you guys. There's other factors too, but I kind of want to switch things up on my channel as far as just doing purely makeup and perfume content. As much as I enjoy this space, I do feel like there's other ways to be creative, and I just have not been wowed this year overall with the launches, and I've kind of felt that way for about a year and a half, especially the color stories that companies are putting out these days. Like this It's beautiful, right? We can all agree. This is a beautiful color story, but it's just not that original. Now, I do appreciate that there's some innovative textures in here and some things that we don't normally see. Like, for example, Rebel. I know I'm kind of going on a rant in the middle of doing the look, but it's just something that's been weighing on my mind. Like, that's pretty. Like, it's a very cool, shiny, reflective texture. And I do appreciate when creative teams take a risk and they do have these experimental textures in their palettes. But even with that said, I feel like companies are getting safer and safer with what they're willing to put out. And I just kind of want to take things in a different direction and maybe do a few less reviews on my channel, but still put out content that you guys really are excited about, that you want to see, and us all hang out together, because I miss us hanging out together. But we'll talk about that in an upcoming video. Let's dive into Fearless next. So that's right under the lavender looking shade. Again, another more purpley mauve. Oh, she's pretty, y'all. Next to the black, it's creating just the most beautiful plum shade. And I know that I haven't really done a good job of blending out the black. I'm going to come back to that. I just am more concerned with placement right now than blending. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with Heroin, the shade, not the drug, and buff that out. So far, you guys, I just feel like all these shades are blending together really nicely. I think that this color story was very well thought out, probably tested. Some of Huda's other palettes I don't feel like have been as well thought out as this one as far as blendability and creating looks. Sometimes I just feel like she likes to make things that look aesthetic in the pan or in the palette, and the main thing that she focuses on is selling it on Instagram versus usage and making it a product that makeup artists are going to want to reach for time and time again. Now I'm going to go in with Love Anarchy. This looks like a very soft taupe. I think that the shades that I put down would be beautiful if I just went in and did an all matte look, but I know you guys probably want me to test out some of the more shiny shades, so we will be doing that today. But you can always go back on a different day and do an all matte look. Maybe we'll do that in a short. Okay, I do feel like I need a little bit more black on this side. So I do want to try out the Grunge shade. I'm really hoping that I don't regret that. But before I do that, I'm tempted. Maverick? Or do we want Rebel? Yell your answer as loud as you can so I can hear you. Loud enough to upset your husband and your children.
I can't hear you!
Okay, you guys want Rebel. I heard you. Okay, so Rebel is a little bit hard to pick up on a brush. I do need to buy myself some more setting spray. I keep forgetting to do that. Let me put that on my to-do list. I'm gonna do what I don't like to do, and that is pick it up on my fingy. Ugh, I don't like it. I don't. Yeah, I like that precision. You know what I'm saying, Pollywog? It's very pretty.
So you got carried away.
I did get carried away. I need my brush, Pollywog. All right, see, this side's higher, so now I gotta go in higher on this side. Okay, so guys, let's try out this Grunge shade. I'm gonna use a more precise brush for applying it. This again is the one that I presume is supposed to be the slicky slick one. I can't get over how dark this is. I was actually expecting it to be a little bit more transparent than what it is. This is very opaque. Or at least it seems to be over this black shade. In just a second, I'm going to take the more sparkly shade and go back over it just because I don't want it to be so abrupt where the shade starts and where the other one begins. Okay, friendos, time for liner and lashes. All right, friendo, so I got those lashes on. I just did like a little half lash today. I think it looks pretty good. So I think for lipstick today, I want to go in with sort of a brownie red. This right here is the Lip Maestro from Giorgio Armani. And then I also have the Wayne Goss Essential Lip. I am not a huge fan of this, but I do feel like these two shades are going to go together. So I'm going to power through. This formula is a little bit dry and it's not my favorite when it comes to lips, but here we go. So while I do that, we're going to show you some swatches that came from my lovely sister. Now guys, let's talk about my final thoughts on this palette. I would give this palette probably a 9 out of 10. I feel like I got a little bit of fallout from the more sparkly shades. It wasn't terrible, and also I didn't have setting spray to put down, so I can't give it the normal test that I usually would in these reviews. Everything else about the palette I really liked. I did wish that the color story was a little bit more adventurous, but that's just what we're seeing now. I'm seeing this from a lot of my favorite brands. They are just playing it safe and they are not interested in very colorful, artistic looks anymore. Also, I thought the textures in this palette were quite fun. They were very interesting to play around with, and I'm actually appreciative that we didn't just have a Vaseline shade that looked cute. We actually had a shade that makes your whole eyelid shiny, but it does have pigmentation. So let me know if you think this $69 palette is worth the money. I'm always curious to know what your thoughts are. So friendos, have a fabulous weekend. Go outside, do something fun, enjoy this nice fall weather, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Don't forget to give this video a like if you haven't already. Subscribe, or we'll both have to live in the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. Guys, have a fabulous weekend. Bye.